But let's go over to our discussions for today. And this is what indeed a lot of people make of the conflicting court orders and which ones subsist, and also the governor's quest for a political solution to essentially the crisis, internal crisis of the APC. Joining us at this time is Dr. Umar Duhu, who is the APC former National Vice Chairman, Northeast. And we also have Mr. Victor Oshoke. We'd like to thank you. They both join us from our Abuja studios. Thank you for joining us at this time. First up, perhaps we'd like to get your thoughts as to what you make of what the National Working Committee might be discussing, in case you've perhaps heard of some of the issues that will be on the table. Dr. Duhu, if you can, just weigh into this. What do you think the National Working Committee will have on its table today, this afternoon?
Well, thank you for having me, and I think what the National Working Committee should be concerned with is the issue of reconciliation. Reconciliation is the most important thing for this party. We do not need to have resolutions of our problems in court of law, because other pronouncements by courts are alien to the workings of the party. So I feel the national chairman should pilot a process which will enhance reconciliation, total reconciliation. As a leader, he has to bear the brunt of ensuring that the party reconciles properly and to bring all contending forces on board to ensure that the party moves forward. I think what should concern Mr. Chief Adam Oshomole's Excellency is to ensure that the party he was part and parcel of building in should be one that should live beyond 2023. So I feel as a leader, he has the onus of ensuring that all party contending forces are on board and everybody will come and express his grievance, and those that can be the solutions can be sought politically should be sought politically, and those that require punitive measures, I think definitely the party should take disciplinary actions against other members of the party who have been found erring. So what as a leader of the party, if I am Adam Oshomole today, I will ensure that I bring everybody on board and I give a selfless service to the party, and I ensure that the party is one that is devoid of any rancor.
Let's find out from Mr. Oshoke. Do you share the similar optimism of Dr. Duhu there as to what the National Working Committee will be doing, if it will be reconciliation or taking more stringent measures?
I think I align wholeheartedly with him. I think at this point, certain contending forces have gone to court and challenged certain issues, and the court has spoken, and the president, the leader of the party, has spoken. He has said that these issues should be resolved internally. And I think this is a new opportunity for the party to come back strong and come as a united party to defend the mandate they have. And remember, we are the ruling party. APC is the ruling party. So the people are a lot of crisis. The world is experiencing a meltdown, economic meltdown. So I think at this point, we should be more concerned about facing the challenges of confronting not only Nigeria but the world. Economically, we have a serious health crisis, which nobody can predict the outcome. So I think at this point, APC should be united to give the country the necessary direction, the necessary leadership the country deserves. Not fighting over petty issues. We can actually see them as petty. I mean, I call them petty because if really anybody is talking about suspension of the national chairman, they claimed he was suspended from his ward. I come from the national chairman's ward, incidentally. And we never suspended him. We never, I'm bold to say this, we never suspended him. But somehow, we were made to, we have been very, very worried that it's like we sold our own, our very best. The national chairman is well respected in Edo State. He's well respected in his ward. He's our #1 citizen. And for anybody to come around to claim that they want to remove office because we suspended him was really injurious to us. So we are very happy that this decision came yesterday from the court. And I believe that eventually when the substantive suit is dealt with, people will realize that it was all a phantom suspension, which never originated from Oshomole's ward. And that's the message I want to pass across, that I think Oshomole has an opportunity to bring the party together, work in the direction of where the president wants to lead the nation, and I think he has the capacity to do that. Those who dragged the party to court and dragged the Oshomoles to court certainly must face punitive measures. That's my point of view, not Oshomoles. They must face punitive measures so that there could be deterrence.
All right, we're going to come back.
This was like a coup d'etat.
Yeah, hold on a moment, Mr. Oshoke. We're going to come back to get more of your thoughts on this issue, especially your thoughts with regards to the reconciliation process and if we've seen an end to the numerous court cases so far. What's still to come also on the program, former governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Segun, is opting out of the APC. We'll find out details when we return. Welcome back to the program. But first to some of our stories in brief. We begin with the Oni of Ife, who has waded into the crisis, rocking the Ekiti State Council of Traditional Rulers, an action that seemed to have calmed nerves. The crisis stemmed from the appointment of a new chairman for the Council of Traditional Rulers against the stand of some ranking monarchs, among whom the leadership had been rotated in time past. Elsewhere, the Northeast Development Commission, NEDC, says it will integrate the 3 bridges linking Adamawa, Borno and Cameroon by Boko Haram insurgents into its critical project. The managing director of the commission, who is on an inspection tour to Madagali and Michika local government areas, says that rebuilding the damaged bridges will improve security and boost commercial activities in the area. The NEDC is to collaborate with the Federal Ministry of Works to fashion out ways to ensure that the rebuilding of the 3 damaged bridges are completed within the shortest possible time. We continue with our guest, Dr. Umar Duhu, the APC former National Vice Chairman, Northeast, and Mr. Victor Oshoke, who both join us from our Abuja studios on the issue of the internal crisis rocking the APC. Let's get back to you. And this is Dr. Duhu. Considering the meeting with the President and the APC governors yesterday and the hopes that issues will be resolved, would you say that Comrade Adams Oshomole has perhaps majority the support of the APC governors?
Well, the issue is not about who pulls the crowd. It's about giving leadership. Mr. President, in his own wisdom, called for that meeting and directed that they shouldn't be, they should not go ahead with the purported NEC meeting. And then at the same time, he advised that the governors should go back and sit within themselves and come up with a resolution to how to solve this issue. So it's not about a winner and a loser in this case. It's about what brings unity to the party. So I feel Mr. President is trying to give leadership. I expected that this pronouncement would have come earlier than this time. We wouldn't have been in the courts. So I feel people should be proactive in trying to give leadership. And these are causes of even the insecurity around the country, because maybe the briefings that Mr. President receives do not come in such a way that it will give him a leeway into what is actually happening on ground. So I believe Mr. President has given leadership by instructing that they should put on hold the NEC meeting. But NEC meetings are constitutional, and it must hold anytime, any day, because the process of Adam Oshomole and his team meeting to come up with maybe a position on how to conduct the NEC meeting or how to summon another NEC meeting is another issue for a discuss another day. But I feel what Mr. President did yesterday is timely, and we commend him for that. And the courts making pronouncements, the courts of coordinated jurisdiction suspending, reinstating, and then a stay of execution sought yesterday, I think we shouldn't have even gone to that extent. But be that as it may, they are in court today. I feel we must respect what the Court of Appeal said. I mean, putting aside what the Court of First Jurisdiction has pronounced. So I think what is left now is for both parties, in the spirit of party discipline, to withdraw all cases in court or suspend all cases in court and come back to the drawing board and sit down and agree from within what went wrong. How do we solve this problem? I think if that is done, I think it will be the best thing for this party, rather than going to courts.
Mr. Shoke, do you think that perhaps Mr. Oshomole enjoys the backing of all the governors? Are you optimistic of a solution, or do you think that perhaps the courts and the issues before it has created a deeper abyss for the party?
Yeah, the issue is not about, like my co-discussant said, it's not about the support. It's not, certainly Oshomole has the support of the parties. He has the support of majority of the members of the party and even the NEC members and even the governors. He has the majority of support. There were just a few people who went beyond the initial case, which was a court claiming, accepting that Oshomole should not parade himself for a period of time. And people going beyond that want to seize power. These are two issues. And now the court has come up to say, no, there's a stay of execution. So let us come back to the drawing board. Let those people who, what I keep saying is that those people who try to seize power, going beyond what the court said, they should face disciplinary measures, certainly. And beyond that, the party should try to come together and resolve its issues internally. Even the judge had to admonish the party members that they should try to solve issues internally and not resort to running to court and getting contradictory judgments. In this case, I think the highest judgment is for the appeals court, which was in favor of Oshomole, and that's why Oshomole sits today as the de facto chairman of the party. So I think all others who have tried their grievances in the court should come back to the party. I mean, the constitution is there which says that all avenues of resolution should be tried in the party. And incidentally, there is the National Reconciliation Committee headed by Chief Akonde. I think every member of the party should channel their grievances to that committee and let the committee do its job, not rush it to courts, because courts are very at stake in this party. It is the leaders of the party and the members that have something at stake. I remember we have opponents, we have the PDPs there. We have to put our house in order. Though 2023 is still far away, but it's not far away. We should put our house in order and work towards retaining power beyond this power held by Muhammad Buhari.
All right.
He is setting the direction, and we should be able to think about...
Well, we'd like to thank you. I do apologize for cutting you off in such way. Mr. Victor Oshoke, thank you so much. And Dr. Umar Duhu, thank you both for joining us at this time.
Thank you.
The Benue State Governor, Mr. Samuel Otom, has disclosed that the state is going to establish its own security outfit in like manner to the southwest Amotekun as part of measures to complement the conventional security deployed to combat armed troops. He also disclosed it to journalists in Makudi while reacting to renewed herdsmen killings in Gwe West and Kwande local council, noting that the deployment is inadequate compared to the magnitude of security challenges in the state. The governor wondered how only 50 policemen posted to the entire Guma local government area, one of the epicenter of herdsmen attacks, can adequately police the communities.
I think there will be need. For me as a person, we have not met at the regional level as North Central governors, but I can assure you that there will be need for Benue State too to provide a security outfit that will complement what the conventional security men are doing.
The governor of Ekiti State is emphasizing that the peace of the state is not negotiable as Ekiti joins states in the southwest who have signed the Western Nigeria Security Network Bill, codenamed Amotekun, into law. Now, stakeholders witnessed the event, lending their voice to the need for an outfit like this to complement the works of statutory security bodies.
The issue of Amotekun has reaffirmed that indeed the Omoluobis are their brothers and sisters keepers. For the first time in this democratic dispensation, we spoke with one voice without political or religious consideration. This is a thing of joy and pride to all freeborn Ekitikete and indeed Yoruba children, and a mark of respect for all who are residents and for our collective heritage as a people.
And perhaps staying in Ekiti State, the former governor of the state, Engineer Segun Oni, is on his way out of the All Progressives Congress, APC. There are strong indications that Mr. Oni and his supporters are set to dump the ruling party after what they describe as lack of shabby treatment meted on him and his supporters. The former governor told Channels Television that he is making final consultations on his move to dump the party and says he will make the exit official very soon. The former governor appears set to return to the PDP, where he was a governor before the court affirmed Mr. Kaide Fayemi as governor. Mr. Oni was one of the aggrieved aspirants at the primaries in the last governorship election in the state, which saw Kaide Fayemi emerge as the party's flag bearer. Well, that's our program this afternoon. We'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to join the discussion via social media platforms. I'm Millicent Mwoga. I'll see you soon.